Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Alpha Life here. We are moving up with our Minmatra Cruiser lineup, and this time we're gonna be taking a look at the Stabber, the amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, and incredibly fast Stabber. A little bit too hard to control fast, but this is the feat that we're gonna be using. Those guys that have already been seeing these videos will know that we are at an NPC station, which means we are in lowsec. We are going to be lowsec belt routing with the stabber, the exact same activity as with the Galente character Thorax. We are gonna do this one with the stabber with both guns and missiles. As you can see, it's a great ship, a beautiful ship. So let's get out there and talk about the feat. We're gonna start up at the high slots with four 425 millimeter medium prototype automatic cannons. I'm sorry, let me just put you the ship fitting list here. Of course, as usual, I will leave the ship fitting in the description below. So we're gonna use four 425 millimeter medium prototype automatic cannons with fusion ammunition. Why fusion ammunition? Because we are in Minmatar space and the damage to do to Minmatar rats is explosive and kinetic, which is exactly the damage type of this ammunition. Next up, we're gonna use two experimental XT 2800 heavy assault missile launcher ones with Nova heavy assault missiles. Why? I wanted to do something different than the typical rapid light, and because of the ship fitting, as you can see in the power grid, we're a little bit tight, but I wanted to go for the hams. I really enjoy them, I really like them, and I think that rapid light missiles are great for longer distance, but these hams are a lot better for short range, more damage, and it's better for bigger targets. So that's why we are using this instead of rapid light missile launchers. Next up, we're gonna move on to our 50 mn cold gas enduring Microwarpdrive. Why enduring? So that it can help us drain less capacitor than the other Microwarpdrives. Next, we're gonna be using the medium compact PV acid cap battery. Why? Because it's cheap and we need it for our cap so that it can help us a little bit with that cap stability that we're gonna need so much. Next up, a medium clarity ward during shield booster. Why? Because we want to repair the damage that we're gonna be taking. This is not gonna be on the whole time, but in some rooms you will see that it's really important and really necessary. Next up, we're gonna go for the X5 Enduring Stasis Webifier. Again, enduring so that it consumes as least capacitor as possible. As you can see, it's a fairly tight fit. So if you have to, just click info and go for the compact one. And that also applies for the Microwarpdrive if you have to, or you cannot fit it. If it's a little bit too tight on the power grid, go for the compact Microwarpdrive. Even for the compact medium clarity ward. For the compact shield booster, yes, that one. Sorry. Uh, Next up on the low slots, we're gonna be using three counterbalanced compact gyrostabilizers. Why? Because they are cheap, rats drop them, and we can get them fairly easily, especially if we have begun our ratting career in the Thrasher. So we're gonna be able to get this fairly quick, fairly fast, and without any issues. Next up, we're gonna go for the Mark I compact reactor control unit. Why? Because without it, let me just simulate it fairly quick. We do not have a power grid. It's just that simple, 111%. But with this module, we are at 99.43, so we are very tight. Remember, train up those engineering skills. Please do. Next, for the rigs, we're gonna use three medium capacitor control circuit ones. Why not a Tech 2? Because, well, we don't need it for our purposes, and we want this feed to be as cheap as possible because we're taking it to low sec. So eventually we are going to lose it. No matter what we say, no matter what we think, we are eventually going to lose it. So we want it to be extremely cheap because someone eventually will take us down. And just in this video, we have been taken down for the first time. So we will see that kill meal right now. After just 5 normal regular warriors, we can get them from rats and they are very inexpensive. Now, why are we going to be using the stabber instead of any other ship? Well, because we get a bonus to medium projectile turret rate of fire and a bonus to medium projectile turret fall off. So that's gonna be really great, especially the rate of fire, so that we can apply more damage as often as possible. And since these guns don't consume capacitor, that is just perfect. Also, because this tower is really fast ship, an incredibly fast ship, as you can see, we can go 2000 meters per second with the Microwarpdrive, which is really, really amazing. And for that, uh, align time is gonna be really helpful, as you will see in the last recording. We actually got hunted by someone and just barely were able to get away. So even though he was hunting us in a frigate, the thing is with these medium cruisers, it's a lot harder to take down frigates because, well, we cannot track them. They can just orbit us at 500, get under our guns, and we will not be able to kill them. So yes, we want that align time to be as good as possible. And as you will see in the videos, this thing can warp in and out fairly fast and fairly conveniently. Now, let's get to that kill mill that we got a little while ago now, because I have been trying this feat and been trying it in different parts of space. As you can see, I took it to a 0.1 system. And I also took it to a 0.2, but fortunately in that one I didn't die, which was great. So let's review what happened. Well, as you will see, this is the exact same feat that we have right now. We had a little bit of loot, but well, it is what it is, and we got taken by an Angel Clone Soldier Negotiator. What does that mean? Well, the Clone Soldier is a very nice rat that we have been getting in the Thrasher videos that have these special tags that are worth 2 million, and you sell them to NPC stations. Some tags are not worth 2 million, but more like 20 million. But you have to sell them to special NPC stations that are located in lowsec, so the trip is a little bit hazardous. But as you can see, I have taken down clone soldiers here in 0.3. So in 0.3 and 0.4, we won't have any problems with these clone soldiers. But in 0.2, because I did try a 0.2, fortunately he didn't kill me because he didn't have a point, unlike this one. The one at 0.1 has a point, he will warp disrupt you, so be careful with that. But the one in the 0.2 doesn't have one. However, we cannot break his tank before he breaks ours. And that's the thing, it's we're not really extremely tanky. As you can see, just 7k EHP is not a lot for a cruiser, and our reps are not that powerful either, since we only have this shield booster for reps and no supporting anything. So yeah, we are very squishy, but the thing about the Thrasher is we want it to be fast. That's our main approach. So I got into it and it just killed me because it had a point and I was unable to warp out. The one in the 0.2, well, didn't have a point, but be careful with those even. And in the 0.3 and 0.4, of course, this feat can absolutely take them down. Of course, battleships are not a problem in the even in the 0.1 and 0.2, but well, that clone soldier definitely was a big problem. So let's take our beautiful little feet out of the station and see how well we can actually do. I have some recordings. We are gonna move on to that segment right now. So I'll see you outside. Okay, we have found a clone soldier in this 0.3 system, just so that you guys can see that we can absolutely take one of them down in a 0.3, but the one I tried in a 0.2 and the 0.1 we cannot take down. So let's get ready for a pretty good fight. And we of course have some locals, so we need to be really careful of that. Constantly descanning, as always. Remember, in lowsec no one is safe ever. It would be good if I started my reps. Well, yeah, let's see how we do. As you can see, we should be able to take his damage rather okay, and he is going down a lot faster than the ones in the 0.2 and 0.1, because back with those I was already out of shields and they were almost full. So we are doing alright. So far so good. Always keep on descanning, just spam that descan every time it finishes a cycle, and just be careful because we might get haunted, and this is the kind of situation where we definitely don't want to be haunted. I'm gonna open the orbit a little bit because we seem to be having some problems tracking. Of course, the clone soldier is also having some problems tracking us, but well, we also want to be able to hit him because our missiles aren't that much damage. Our guns do a lot more damage, so we want to keep those on him as well as possible, and we will take him down as fast as we can. Let's get those drones out. And let's just be careful. I'm gonna take a look from afar, just in case someone comes into our little pocket of space here, into our mining belt. Because, well, who knows? These guys have been in the system for a while, so they definitely could be trying to take us down. They could definitely be trying to hunt us. The good thing is that I am very close to all three stations and to two of the gates. So yeah, if anything happens, we should be able to see it coming. If they undock, every time he undocks in this Fed Navy Comet, I have a good look at him and I just warp off it to my save. But yeah, as you can see, we're not having any trouble tanking the clone soldier right now. We are only having a little bit of trouble hitting him. I think I might take out one of the Gyrostabilizers and maybe put in a tracking enhancer. Could be a lot better, could definitely be worth the upgrade. I'm gonna slow down our speed just a little bit to see how... Well, we're still grazing. Why are we still grazing? Penetrates, okay. Braces, why are we getting grazing hits? But yeah, as you can see, no problem taking down the clone soldier. Back with the other ones, I was practically dead way before I emptied their shields, and this one actually went rather well. So yeah, let's see what we get. That 2 million guaranteed ISK soldier tag, and well, it may not be the best loot, but it's guaranteed ISK, and that's good. That means that we have 7 million out of the 17 million we need to pay off the ship. So we are doing quite alright. Not bad at all, so let's keep it going. I'm going to cut the video here because I think my writing videos have been getting a little bit too long. And I don't know if you guys like that, so please do let me know in the comments whether if you like longer videos or you want to see all the action, or you want me to cut the videos as I will be trying with this one, and let me know. Buzzard, a lot of scanning ships recently. Oh, it's because of the event. I'm filming during the October event, during the Crimson Harvest, and I already made a video about the hacking sites, and they are, well, they are crazy. They pay out really well. So yeah, I get it. But yeah, I'm gonna cut the video here and come back to you guys when there's something worth knowing. So, story time. We were running the bells as usual, and he brings out his Fed Navy Comet. He descans us to our belt, and we decided to just warp out. And as he was landing on us, we were barely warping out of there. And well, we barely made it out alive. As you can see, I actually had a nice talk with him. He told me not to worry about him anymore. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure whether or not we should actually trust him because he has now taken out a pacifier. Now, what's the problem with that? Well, he can cloak. So he can descan us and anything that he wants, and he can just uncloak on top of us. Uncloak on top of us. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna bring my stuff to the station, check if he's there, because I saw the pacifier just now. And well, maybe he's gonna try to run the Tetramon base. I'm not sure, but we're not going to risk the loot that we already have, especially since we have just lost one ship very recently. We don't want to lose another one quite so fast. So let's take the stuff into the station just in case that he is still hungry. But yeah, see, this is what I mean about being awake and actually getting out into lowsec and getting to know the locals, because he's quite a nice guy so far. And we had a conversation. We think that he's not hunting us, but well, we'll see. In the end of the day, this is lowsec, and if he did continue hunting us, he well, it wouldn't really be a surprise for anyone. So yeah, I'm gonna go into the fourth belt. We weren't really moving along on the belts, but let's see whether we will get a pacifier to kill us and to just uncloak on zero of us and just smash us. Because, well, that wouldn't really be surprising. But yeah, as you can see, it's nice. Take a little bit of a risk. Even if your ship is not yet paid for, you might actually escape just barely like I did. Of course, usually you have to assume that you are going to die at that point, but why not risk it? It's a game. Have fun, enjoy, talk to people. Even if they kill you, just start a conversation with them and just be aware that it's part of the game, and it's a really cool part. As you can imagine, my adrenaline is now rushing, and I am trying my best to continue spamming on that discount because that just barely saved me, and he was already locking me, and he was in a frigate, so he wasn't going to take long to lock me, and he was absolutely going to take me down without question. But yeah, we fortunately were able to get away from him, and well, won't be the first, won't be the last. And there will be a lot of times where we don't manage to get away, where he does take us down, where the people hunting us will take us down. And well, that's okay too, it's part of the game, it's their way of playing their game, so it is what it is. When you come down to lowsec, to nullsec, to wormhole space, you pretty much accept that this is the way that it's played in these spaces. If you just want to do your writing in peace, you're not gonna be able to do that. So don't think that if you try and try and try to get, or if you talk to the locals and tell them, no, no, no. Even this guy that just told me that we're cool, he ain't gonna try to shoot me down no more. I still should be skeptical, and I'm still de-scanning like crazy because, well, that might not be true. He might still try to hunt us. He might get hungry again. And it's very usual, in EVE Online there are a lot of scammers, there are a lot of people that will give you lies, and especially when you're in somewhere like lowsec, like nullsec, don't trust anyone you don't, and even people that you personally know. You know, I don't know if you've heard the stories of people that betray corps after a lot of years or stuff like that. So even if someone tells you that they are not going to hunt you, just stay awake, take it with a grain of salt, and always be ready. Always be on the lookout for that one ship that's gonna come your way and just take you down. In this system, because it's a pathway system, that means that a lot of ships come and go, and a lot of people enter local and leave local. I've been waiting for this guy to get out of local for quite a while, and he hasn't. And well, we now know what happens when someone doesn't get out of local, and you don't see him AFK docked up at a station. He's gonna try to hunt you down, and you just gotta, this can, watch out for yourself. Um, and once I was actually thinking of taking the fight. Of course, a Fat Navy Comet was absolutely going to kill me. But I just the other day I was actually looking for a fight, so I was actually thinking of taking it. But because we're having some tracking issues, I would have to fix those tracking issues a lot before we actually get into a fight with a Fat Navy Comet, because they are really tanky and they do a lot of damage. Those blasters really do a lot of damage, so we needed to be careful with that. And because I wanted to first pay for the ship before we lose it, that's actually very good practice. Don't take a fight with a ship if you haven't paid for it, and you will see that fights will become a lot more fun. Even if you lose, it won't matter. Just pay for this ship, pay for the next ship. I think this one has to pay for three of them, so that I can just sacrifice it to PvP, because, well, we lost the one before. We almost lost this one. I was absolutely willing to lose it because, well, we can replace it. It's not that expensive. 17 million at the beginning seems like a lot, and for beginners, especially for alphas, it is kind of a lot. But as you will see, 3 4 million ISK modules. If you take them to Jita, they are 5 million each, and that's 15 million. I mean, and that's just three of them. So yeah, take the risk, go out, have fun. Use your ship for what its intended purpose is, just to fight other ships. Win, lose, well, you will realize whether you were ready or you weren't ready to fight it eventually. If you lose it, well, you weren't ready. If you don't lose it, well, that's great. But just, go out there, have fun, make a little bit of fees, pay for your ships, and when they are paid for, have a little fun with them. There's nothing wrong with throwing around ships or stuff like that, because even these guys that are constantly hunting, I checked his set kill board. I'm not gonna put it up here, but I checked his self kill board, and he himself has been getting losses. He himself has lost ships. It is what it is. It's the same for everyone. Some people hunt us, we hunt. Oh, well, I don't hunt anyone, but yeah, sometimes I do look for a fight, and even though I almost never win because alpha low skills, well, it can be fun just for the adrenaline rush, just to have a good time. It can be actually pretty worth it, so I really do recommend it. Now, I'm gonna remember, guys, if you prefer me speeding up the video instead of cutting it, or if you prefer me cutting the videos, let me know, because, well, if not, I'm not gonna know. Let me know which one you prefer, and yeah, I'll get back to you guys soon enough. Well, we didn't get anything worth mentioning, but as you can see, this guy didn't continue to hunt us down, which is, well, much appreciated. He's definitely a true gentleman out there, so many thanks to him. Now we're getting back to the station to count the loot that we've been getting from the last ship we lost, and from this one. From this one, as I can remember, we have gotten, I think, two 4 million ISK modules so far, and the other one I think got us 3. So, well, at least we're not at 100% loss after that one. And we got a few tags from this run. I think we only got one tag. But yeah, let's check out what did we get. Okay, so we have a few 4 million ISK modules and another one which we got from a few minutes ago. So yeah, so far not bad at all. As you can see, select all. I just like dumping everything in the station, and then we can check what is worth taking with us. So this is gonna be a special segment. What do we take with us? Well, first of all, counterbalanced, all this stuff that we're gonna use for our feats. Let's just take with us, even the large ones, the ones that are for, oh, this is not a ship I should be putting stuff into. Even the large ones like the 500 mn Microwarpdrives, well, if they fit, of course. But yeah, take all the valuables you can and just get them out of lowsec, because remember, none of this is real until you get it into a station where you can actually sell it. For example, these Maluk heavies, well, I don't see the point in taking them into high-sec, but this one is important. So I think I'm gonna take everything that isn't guaranteed ISK out of the Stasis, and I'm gonna start up with the, for example, with the guns, the gallium, the scout artillery. I know absolutely yes. The gallium, however, well, it's the third one, so nah. Scout artillery, yes. Prototype automatic cannon, let's check it out. Yes, it's the second best one, so of course, yes. Prototype automatic, yes. Caribe repeating cannon, well, it's not the best, so it's not worth the space. Caribe, Maluk, upgraded Maluk, nope. Arbalest compact, let's see where it falls. It's the second best, so yes. And I think those are the ones that we use for the Talwar fit. But yeah, as you can see, you can actually get a lot of nice stuff from these lowsec belt runs, and just take it to your station in high sec, and yeah, you're gonna make your fits a little bit cheaper, and that's always appreciated. Because as you remember, the market here in Heck and Rens it's really tough. It's really, really tough. So, well, as much as we can take with us advanced limos, well, it's not the best. For example, these target painters. I love target painters. But yeah, That will be pretty much it. Thank you all. So, oh, Limos one. But yeah, just so that I don't take any more of your guys' time, thank you also very much for watching. This has been the Alpha Life. If you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, if you have something you would like me to try, or if you would like to see when I lose a ship so that I record it when I know I'm about to lose it, just let me know. As you can see, we have already lost the first ship of the entire Alpha Life series, but it's okay. We don't mind. That's what. That's why we are here. And of course, I would have liked to have lost it in a fight with someone, but well, clone soldiers are pretty tough. So. Thank you also very much for watching. Remember to leave me a like, a subscribe, consider it if it touches your heart. If you like the content that I am making, or if you have any suggestions, please just let me know. Thank you also very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.